Hi everybody, I am Cinnamon Cooney, your Art Sherpa, and today I'm absolutely going to show you a really simple way to paint cute and spooky and fun ghosts for this holiday season. This is part of the 13 days of Halloween, and it's a great lesson to grab any level of painter. Even if this is your first painting, you can totally do this. This will get you into the rock painting trend and really help you with your crafting and be useful in so many projects. So get your paint, get your brushes, come back and meet me at this canvas right now. I'm going to show you how to paint a lot of different ghosts. To begin today's super easy project, we're starting on a black surface that is completely dry. I have white acrylic paint and black acrylic paint, a brush for detail, and a brush to dry brush in the ghost. Now, the first thing to check is that your brush is damp but not wet, because with dry brushing, you don't want a lot of water in the brush. And let's paint in some basic ghost bodies, and then I'll show you how to do some ghost expressions, and you will be ready to paint all of the rocks and gift bags and Halloween things that you're doing this craft season. So we're going to start out. You can see that the brush isn't wet. I have paint loaded on the toe, and we're going to curve a stroke like this. Now, as we release the stroke, I lighten up, and that creates kind of this little ghostly edges to the end of the stroke. I'm going to come around here, come around the top, rounding this, and then also bring that down. So we have lots of ghostly edges. We're using the dry brushing to create that ghostly, ephemeral, fun little element where the edges of the ghost are a little more transparent in the body. I can come along the top and increase this, and it's fun to do lots of little individual little tails. Less is more with these. This works on rocks in any surface. It's also good to be able to bring almost a counterposed expression. And when you want to do that, sometimes you start the stroke ahead of time so you know where to build the rest of the ghost up from. I'm going to come around here. And again, creating that rounded top shape. Rounded top shape. It's a little more solid at the top. My pressure is light. You can see the brush isn't bending very much under the pressure of the stroke in any way. And you can curl the edge of the strokes like this to create a bit of a ghostly tail. There we go. I'm going to come right around here, and let's maybe add a little. This one is maybe, oh gosh, a goofy ghost. Sometimes ghosts can be goofy. You know, people, they were goofy people in life. Maybe they are goofy people in the afterlife. So let's make sure that our ghost community is nice and fun, like hopefully our own communities. Just soft pressure. You can totally do this. Notice I haven't gotten any water. And the reason for that is that I want the brush to put down paint thick at the beginning of the stroke and much lighter at the end. And then we're going to do maybe one here, just an upward one. Maybe this one isn't flying everywhere and you're just making kind of a regular ghost. It's fun if you're doing painted rocks. I just grabbed one drop of water, and I only did that because the paint wasn't exiting my brush very nicely anymore. A little bit of extra tail, painting at the top. And then let's kind of, he's going to feel a little hunched, I'm hoping. Kind of a grumpy ghost. Give him a little grumpy aspect. And you can see I just let the filaments of the brush pull apart to create those tails. So that's how easy it is to create the beginning of the ghost bodies. And then what I'll do is I'll go through and paint them all with a little more white just at the top so that the beginning of the ghost is more opaque. Come up here, just a little bit more opaque. And then I'm going to want it to be completely dry, and I'm going to show you how to do some ghost expressions to give them personality. Now, if you have thick and heavy-bodied paint, you'll need to thin it. I've got a detail brush. I'm going to bring just 1 drop of water over to the little black paint and thin it out with my water. I don't want to thin it out too thin because it won't be able to cover over the white paint, but I do want it thin enough to flow off the brush. That's how I do that with water. I'm going to go ahead and put some on the tip of my brush, and let's begin kind of a basic ghost expression. So the little traditional oval eyes that are here. I think it's fun to come back and maybe do 2 different sizes. You can see I put those features closer to the front. And often if you've got a bend to your ghost, you want to have the mouth kind of reflect that. Now, this ghost here, maybe he's like a worried ghost. Like, how would you do like kind of a worried ghost? Well, one of the tricks is to do 2 little inward curves like this that face each other. And then you can kind of widen them up a bit, and you can already see that he has a little bit of a sad, kind of worried expression. And then we can come here and be like, oh, he's so sad. He's got a little bit of a sad face, doesn't he? But that's really in the curve of those eyes. Now, if we've got a kind of silly ghost, I don't think he should be sad. So what we might do is make a little smile line. It looks like a smile, but it's not. It's his eye. And then this one will be smooth and round. That will prevent it from having any particular stress look. And then we can come here and give him a bit of a little ghosty smile. See, now he's kind of a silly fellow. We talked about making a grumpy ghost. Let me show you how to get kind of a grumpy ghost. He's sort of fun, maybe kind of mean and even scary. The trick to that will be similar to the eyes that we did, but just a little bit different. You can see how changing the curve, this curve to the opposite, changes the emotion of the eye. I'll bring this one up longer, and you can see the slitting of them makes them seem a little bit meaner. It's really that easy. And then we're going to come here, make a little mouth across. But again, to keep him mean, we'll take that down like this. So he's got a bit of a mean smile now. That's kind of fun. You know, and then maybe kind of a grumpy ghost. Let's get a grump ghost going. So let's bring 2 of the little smile down eyes. And then we're going to kind of pull down a bit. And already this is kind of, he's got a grumpy expression. So this is how we're emoting our ghosts. And then if he's got kind of a grumped expression, his little ghostly mouth should actually be kind of neither smiling nor particularly frowning, but just a bit disgruntled. So that's just a quick class on that. You can see you can do lots and lots of different emotions and expressions with your ghosts. I hope you can paint them on all kinds of things. If you're doing a hiding rock program, you're going to love putting these on lots of different rocks and hiding them all around. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. And I want to see you at an easel really soon. Bye.